Hello everyone. How are you guys doing? My name is Ayo and I am back again with another video. So sorry that I wasn't able to make the study group or have the study group last month. I just started a new position. I'm extremely happy about that and I've been really busy. So I am really sorry about that. But moving forward, what I think I can commit to is, let's say if you guys have a specific topic you want to learn about, please just leave it in the comments and I will make a video on it. So when I say topics, right? So let's say you want to know about community, social work, community intervention, stuff like that. Don't just write, hey, can you make a video on community, social work, or community interventions? There's so much in that. So let's say you want to know about the theories that go with community social work, right? So things like conflict theory and systems theory and functionalism, stuff like that. So I can make videos on those specific topics because that wouldn't take me too much time and I don't mind making them. But if you just write community outreach or community social work or community intervention, that's such a broad, there's so much in that. So if you can just be specific with what you want to know about, leave a comment in my video, on my video, and I will do them when I have time. So I'm going to try to do them at least once a week, maybe once every other week, depending on how busy my schedule is. But I can definitely commit to that. When I have more free time, I will be doing the study groups again. So just be on the lookout for that. But thank you guys so much for your continuous support. I really appreciate it. And I just want to say some words of wisdom and positivity to you guys as you study for your tests. It doesn't matter how many times you have taken it. All that matters is that you're giving it your best, and one day you will pass. And I want you to believe you will pass. Don't let your past losses define you or make you feel like you wouldn't be a great social worker. You are an amazing social worker. You graduated from grad school. Not everyone has done that or could even do that. So you accomplished that. And just know that with time, you will make it. Just continuously study and find out where your content gaps are. And then also, when it comes to any standardized tests, you need strategy, right? A lot of times people don't understand that if you take a test, right, you need to be able to sit in those same conditions and practice that. So this test is a 4-hour test, right? If you have never sat and taken a 4-hour test before the test day, you're doing yourself a disservice. You need to practice sitting down and taking a 4-hour exam. That will help you tremendously when it comes to mental stamina, when it comes to just doing well on this exam. Okay, so for a lot of people, that's the issue. You know the content, you get it, but as you're sitting there taking the test, you start getting fatigued and then you start guessing on answers and then it messes you up. So just try to come up with a strategy, and also with the COVID restrictions, right? Taking a test with that face mask on. When you're studying, wear your face mask. That's going to help you tremendously as well. You know, our minds and our body is such, they're so unique, and we're creatures of habit. So as if we sit there and do things before the exam that we're going to do on the test day, our body gets used to it, and as you're sitting there, the test anxiety, all those things will go away. So these are just some tips I have when it comes to taking this test. But today we're going to learn about positive and negative reinforcement and punishment. So I've gotten some emails about this that people ask me if I can explain this. So this tricks up a lot of people, because a lot of times they think positive goes with good and negative goes with bad, but that's not the way you should look at these questions. So with positive, right, when you're looking at anything with positive reinforcement or positive punishment, you want to see positive means add. So this was something added to the equation for a behavior to continue or stop, right? And then negative was something taken away, um, from the to enforce or to continuously reinforce a behavior or to stop a behavior, right? So reinforcement means you want to encourage the behavior, and punishment means you want to stop the behavior, right? So when you're looking at questions, right, you first want to check, was something added or was something taken away, right? Once you figure that out, you basically have a 50% chance of getting the question right, because now you're like, okay, was something added, was something taken away? And then next you want to see, do they want that behavior to continue or do they want that behavior to stop, right? So let's look at some practice problems to see if you guys really understand this. So question 1, after particularly disruptive morning. A child spends recess indoors, sitting at his desk by himself. In the afternoon, the child is less disruptive. The change in the child's behavior is an example of what? So here, let's break this down. So a child spends recess indoors, sitting at his desk. So was something added to him or something taken away? So the teacher took away his recess, right? So we know that this is going to be negative something, right? She took something away. Um, so does she want to encourage a behavior or stop a behavior? So here, the correct answer would be, let's see, negative reinforcement, negative punishment, positive punishment. So the correct answer here will be negative punishment. And the reason it's negative punishment is because she took away the child's recess because she wanted him to stop a certain behavior. She wanted him to stop being disruptive in class, right? So that is why it's negative punishment. So the next one, which of the following best defines negative reinforcement? So negative, right? We know something is going to be taken away. So let's see and reinforcement means we want to continue the behavior. So taking away an unpleasant stimulus to increase a certain behavior response. The adding of a pleasant stimulus to increase a certain behavior response. The adding of an unpleasant stimulus to decrease a certain behavior response, and taking away a pleasant stimulus to decrease a certain behavior. So the correct answer here is A. Let me highlight this really quick. And here we see they took away, so taking away an unpleasant stimulus to increase a certain behavior or response. So let me give you an example. So let's say you have a child and your child did extremely well on an exam. So they got an A. So what do? You tell them, since you got an A, you do not have to do your chores this week. That's negative reinforcement. She wants her child, or he wants his child to continuously get A's. So he's taken away something that the child doesn't like to do, right? Who likes to do chores? So that would be an example of negative reinforcement, taking away your child's chores for the week because they got an A on an exam. Now, question number 3. Miss W asked for help with her 6-year-old daughter's frequent temper tantrums. The tantrums often occur when shopping. When the child sees something she wants, she screams and kicks until her mother gives her the item. When asked how she responds, Miss W says she usually gives in to avoid being embarrassed. Which behavior principle is demonstrated? So here, first with this question, right, it's actually, so is the mother or the child negatively or positively reinforcement? So here we know it will be the mother is doing something, right, not the child. So the correct answer would be the mother something. So let's see what the mother did. So anytime the child has frequent temper tantrums, when they go shopping, the mother gives in and gives the child what she wants or he wants, because she doesn't want to be embarrassed. So the mother, because every time the child does this, the mother is giving the child or giving in, the mother is positively reinforcing the child's behavior, right? Because she's giving in, right? Giving, so she may be, let's see, she gives the child an item. So every time this child does something, she's giving them an item. So she's positively reinforcing it because the child knows, like, okay, when I do this, this is what I'm going to get, right? Even though this is something that she shouldn't be positively reinforcing the child in this manner, but this is positive reinforcement because the child knows when I kick and scream, I will get item A. So the mother is positively because she's adding and giving something to that child, and the child is going to continuously do that behavior because they know when I kick and scream, I get this item. So the correct answer would be D, positively reinforcing. So the last question, getting a speed ticket will be considered what? So getting a speed ticket, so was something added or was something taken away? So something was added, right? But is it reinforcement or is it punishment? So getting a speed ticket would actually be positive punishment, right? So sometimes we like to equate positive with being good, negative being bad. Please do not think about it in that way. So getting a speed ticket, you added, right? Every time someone speeds, they get a ticket and they have to pay money. So getting that speed ticket will be positive punishment because you don't want they're giving you a ticket because they don't want you to continue that behavior. They don't want you to speed, right? So you get that ticket to stop you from speeding, right? So guys, I really hope this was helpful. Please comment below what you would like the next video to be on. And like I said earlier in the video, be as specific as possible. If you want it on a specific topic, please don't be broad. Don't say, hey, I just want it on the theories. That's a lot of information. Just be as specific on what theories you want, what kind of topics, or let's say it's the DSM. I can't do a whole video on the DSM. That would take hours, right? But if there's specific diagnoses that you want better to be better explained, the medications that go along, the common medication that's going along with it, please just comment. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I hope you all have an amazing day.